Now I'd like to invite and introduce somebody who needs no introduction. She's a board member of HSNC, chairperson, SAGE Foundation, vice chairperson, Global Dialogue Foundation, trustee, Thadomal Shahani Trust. Please welcome and put your hands together for none other than Mrs. Maya Shahani.
Namaste. In India, we welcome each other with a namaste. Namaste has a very deep meaning. It means that we are two divine souls coming together. We see the divinity in each other. I bow to you, you bow to me, and you are in my heart forever, because the thumb points to the heart chakra. This is the essence of unity in diversity. So I'd like you to look to your partner on your left and right, say a namaste to each other with the feeling that you are a divine soul. Don't think of yourself as a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or an upper caste or lower caste or man or woman. Just look at yourself as a divine soul. And I want you to remember this from this moment on. Whenever you meet anyone, have this feeling within you and see how this division between human beings just dissipates. It's like magic. Remember this moment, remember this, the environment around you, remember who all were with you, and just be humane human beings. As a chairperson of the Shahani Group, and as a vice chairperson of Global Dialogue Foundation, I feel honored and privileged to welcome Dr. Hanifa Mizzoui. She's a senior advisor to the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations for Humanitarian Affairs and Civil Society. I'd like to welcome Mr. Pechi Georgievsky. He's the CEO and co-founder of Global Dialogue Foundation. I'd like to welcome Dave Rogers. He's a very good friend of ours, and he's an enlightened speaker. He's been coaching so many people. Ilyana, I'd like to welcome you. These are all our guests from abroad. And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you. There's so many names. I've been given only 5 minutes. So I want to welcome all the dignitaries, the principals, students. We're very happy to have you with us today because you are part of a new beginning. You will realize it. The unity and diversity movement is going to spread like magic everywhere. And I feel so blessed that all the right people are coming before us. And I have an excellent team, my students. There's so many people who've helped me. I can't take their names because they're all coming forward and they're saying, in what way can I help? I think Umesh is going to felicitate them, but I truly feel blessed. And I feel the way this movement will spread, we have to see all the verticals. According to me, it all starts with spirituality. You have to have that innate spirituality within you. And by spirituality, I don't mean religion, because religions these days are kind of dividing people. But it's the spiritual being that you are that will make you someone who would really, believe in coming together. Spirituality wants you to come together rather than live apart. And we are very lucky to have the Brahma Kumaris with us. Why I'm mentioning their name first? Because we are going to inaugurate the very first Unity in Diversity Peace Garden in India, which was a dream of the United Nations. And the first garden has been started in America by a friend of mine, Shakun Narayan, her grandson, who was only 14 years old. I planted the seed in his mind and I told him, how about setting up Unity in Diversity Gardens? And he said, don't worry, I'll do it. And I said to myself, this chit of a boy, how can he do it? I was just joking with him. But sure enough, within a year or so, he started the first Unity and Diversity Peace Garden in America. Yeah. He deserves a clap. But the idea was first mooted by Joe Rodericks when we had our Kerala Forum, the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations and Global Dialogue Foundation Kerala Forum. There, Joe Rodericks had said, we must have unity and diversity gardens. And even Dr. Zeenat Shaukat Ali, she said, we must have these gardens. So here was a Muslim, a Hindu, and a Christian. We all thought of this idea, and we said, yes, sure, we must have these gardens, and that's how these gardens are going to spread all over the world. You're all invited for the inaugural tomorrow at the Muktanand Peace Gardens. It's at 4 o'clock in the evening. All of you must come. The other thing we're doing is that we are having an event tomorrow at our campus, the Thadumal Chani Center for Management. I can't call it an event. It is actually, today is just, celebratory and to launch something that will have far-reaching results. But tomorrow, the really serious ones amongst you must come and join us, because we are going to talk about how we take this movement forward. Because if you go to various events and conferences, people just talk in the air. They say, we'll do this, we'll do that. But the implementation is the crucial thing that we must focus on. So tomorrow, all of you who are serious about taking this movement forward, we are looking at our steering committee. We are looking at people who would help us with, there's so much of nitty-gritty that needs to be discussed and decided. So please join us tomorrow. It's from 9:30 to 3:30. It's a full-day event at our campus, Thadumal Chani Center for Management, which is at SV Road, 257 SV Road. Please remember this, and we'd like the really serious people to come tomorrow. After that is the launch of the garden at 4 o'clock. So we have to look at a few verticals. One I mentioned was spirituality, which starts it. Education is the second vertical we must look at very seriously, because if we don't teach our children love, someone else is going to teach them hatred. So we have to look at our students, and we have to inculcate this feeling of love and unity and diversity. So we are lucky we have, because we are in the educational sphere, I'm on the governing board of the Hyderabad Sindh National College. We have 27 educational institutes, so we already have 55,000 students graduating every year from our institutes. Then we run our own Thadumal Chani Center for Management, which has become a kind of epicenter for all other colleges to join hands and work together. Later on in the evening, we are going to felicitate more than 23 colleges that have actively been helping us, and they become part of our family. So this is how it grows from one candle to the other. The third vertical is, I would say, media. Media is very, very powerful. And when Induji was once told that you could be the next president, she said, I don't want to be the president. I make and break presidents. So this is how powerful the media is, but the media has to be responsible. When I told them to cover this event, they asked me, at what time are the celebrities going to come? We'll come in then. So I said, but we are not celebrities, but we are the celebrities. This is our story. This is unity and diversity. I want you to cover that. I saw them, I drilled some sense into their heads, and we've got some very good coverage. I don't know if you've seen it, but the Hindu covered us, the Asian Age covered us, DNA covered us, and they realized that this was something that needs to be spoken about. So media can be trained to behave. And the only people... So we've started a new initiative with this. I was pleasantly surprised when we saw this splashed all over in the media. Then the only 3 people who backed out were the politicians. So, I don't know. They were wondering what is this unity and diversity all about. So we need to train the politicians also. They're all our friends. I mean, all the people I invited, they were my friends. But I don't know why they backed out. Maybe this was something they felt they could not deal with. But just think about it. If you're united, collectively we can do so much more. Single-handedly we cannot achieve things. And the United Nations recognizes this, and this is why they're looking at us at grassroots level to take this movement forward. I'm going to hand over the mic to Petri Georgievsky, because he's the CEO and founder of Global Dialogue Foundation. which is the connect between the Shahani Group and the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations, because it was his idea. It grabbed me. I totally resonated with this idea, and I said, I want to be part of it. So this is how Pechi came into my life. Over to you.